Hello. Oh god, like far away from the mic. Hello, we are back with more of this freaking case. We're gonna play as freaking Gregory Edgeworth, going back in time once again. Yippee. We going back to do the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. Oh, I just thought about that. Oh no. Oh no. Great, good God. That was awful. Making sure that the audio is all good to go. Yippee. Yeah, I think we might be good. Me playing freaking go here, episode select. We did episode 1, Turnabout Trigger. Episode 2, the captive Turnabout, and now we're doing episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. This also, oh jeez. Only 3 more episodes to this freaking thing. And we're playing as Gregory. I don't know why. I think there was something mentioned about him, but I can't remember. It's been a week. Hopefully I get a little bit of a recap, hopefully. I don't know. No longer spooky anymore. I need to like make sure that my PNG tuber isn't gonna be in the way of the text box at all. I'm actually gonna hide it for now until like we actually get into the thing. Let me just get things in or jeez. Bow, 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 bow. Is there a way I can like change the music to the? I do like the music. The music's good, but I want to like see if I can change. If I could change it. I don't think I can. Oh wait. Ranged. Oh wait. Oh. Oh, there's also the. We still do an HD. I love both of the sprites. But I want to play in HD to see everything. Okay, load. Episode 3, Turnabout Legacy. Ooh! What shall we make today, kids?
Samson!
And Judy's Bake and Ball!
What the heck? Macaroons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that are all light. I can't speak. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true, and all that sweet's waiting for you. Look there, what there, over there? The oven's got something special to share. Now let's see what we've got for you. Oh, I love this so much. Hey, it's cooking time. Are you ready to make something special together? Oh. Oh no. Wow. Talk about a blast from the past. Hey Gregory. I'm going back there tomorrow with your boy. Finally going to find out what happened 18 years ago. Oh, we're not gonna play as Gregory? Oh man, this title's like not working. Oh. Oh, we're not even going. I clickbaited. Unintentional clickbait. Zodiac Hall. I thought we were gonna play as Gregory. I saw his thing there. I guess not. Well, Fender, are you finally going to tell me what we're doing here? Why have you brought me to an art gallery of all places? Hey, you had nothing going on? Seemed like the perfect chance to come and enjoy the magic of star science stuff together. I'm leaving. 5 minutes in, I'm freaking over with this. Chill, big guy, I'm just joking. You know about the IS-7 incident, yeah? Your old man's last case. Of course, Von Karma took great pleasure in showing me the files as soon as I became a prosecutor. And I reviewed them again last night after your invite, see? Oh. I was also present at the trial those years ago, although my memories of it are somewhat hazy. As a child, I was completely in awe of my father. The sight of him in court was inspirational. Holy frick. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, and opposite him, the man who would become my mentor, Manfred von Karma. It was quite a case. However, it ended with the conviction of the accused. Ah, so you were there too. You were in the courtroom for Gregory's final outing. Well, that'll make explaining things easier. I want you to know something, see? That something being what really went down. Not the truth in those files, but the capital T truth. It was 18 years ago, smack dab in the middle of a real doozy of a winter. The buildings were covered with a blanket of snow. It looked like the streets were lined with popsicles. But things weren't so innocent behind those frozen doors. In fact, some pretty sordid stuff went down. This is back before yours truly was the fine figure of an attorney you see before you today. Holy frick, young Fender! Young Fender! Oh, we are gonna play as him. Hopefully. We're gonna play? No, it's black and white. We're not gonna play. Ah, frick. No, it's that freaking Hey, Mr. E. This one's really came out of the blue, huh? It did. We were called before the ink on the arrest papers were even dry. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. Holy frick! No, wait, let me take a screenshot. No, frick. Let me take a freaking screenshot of the man. Holy frick. I'm here visiting a client of my assistant, Eddie Fender. Murder on Christmas Eve? What's the world coming to? In the dark of night, at the end of the day, I saw two timely saviors a-coming my way. Welcome, my friends, to the visitor's room, and if we're not friends yet, I'm sure we will be soon. Whoa! Talk about an entrance! 3. The freaking 1. Eddie's face. 2. The freaking guard there is just doing jazz hands. Also 3. What the frick is that over there? Who's that over there? Who the heck? Maybe I should give him a VTuber thing up for PeachTuber. I was not expecting that. Neither was I. Sorry if I surprised you. I'm just so happy to see you both. Thanks so much for coming out. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. You're the accused, I take it. I am. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law, at your service. I look forward to representing you. This is my assistant, a defender. Pleased to meet you, sir. I'll do, everything I can to help. Why is he so scared? Holy frick, he was a nervous wreck. Come now, Edward. Calm down, please. You'll have to forgive him. Still new to this. He's been helping me out part-time, but he's far from fully fledged lawyer material yet. Nonetheless, I'm hoping he'll be of some assistance in investigating the particulars of this case. Gregory and Eddie, it's an honor to meet you both. My job as a defense attorney is to save my clients from wrongful convictions. So the first thing to do is establish whether or not he is truly innocent. Perhaps we could begin by having you tell us a little about yourself. What I'm thinking, haven't even told you my name. I'm Samson Tingora. Wait, bleh. I'm freaking having a stroke here. Why? Immediately. Tangaroa. I'm Samson Tangaroa. What? It really is you! Samson Tangaroa, the world's greatest confectioner. You flatter me, my young friend. And call me Samson. All my pals do. Wow, thanks, Samson! I will. I can't believe I'm meeting you in person. Fender's not the time. It seems Eddie knows something of our client. Mr. E, it's the Samson Tingora, the singing, dancing confectionery making sensation. What shall we make today, kids? Oh my goodness. Macaroons, waffles with cream, chiffon cakes that were light as a dream. Laugh and sing, smile, it's true. All that sweetness waiting for you. Look there, what there? Over there. The oven's got something special to share. Now, let's see what we've got for you. You struck a pose! Oh, I almost started dancing along. Oh, I love this so much. Oh my god. Oh, like, why did you do a pose? He just struck a pose, bro. I'm losing it. No way, I got to sing with Samson Tangora. This is a dream come true. Thanks, little pal. It means a lot to hear you say that. My apologies, but I think we need to discuss the matter at hand. Of course, I'm sure you're both very busy. Alright, where would you like me to start? I want to present my badge. Alright, Gregory, your badge is in the shape of a sunflower, right, Mystery? Does that have some kind of special meaning, or... It does. Sunflowers follow the sun, correct? In other words, they always face the light. Just as we attorneys do, we should always aim to be on the side of the liberty and justice. Wow, when I'm going to work hard, then I'm going to work hard and be just like a sunflower when I'm an attorney. I've no doubt that you will. You have the numbers, the wacky digits on the back. Is this your badge number here on the back? That's right. The number itself doesn't mean much, of course. Well, if it doesn't really matter, then I want mine to be a string of repeating digits. I actually paid to see that. Spin the badge. Spin it. I want to present my badge. Can I do that? Yes. Thank you for agreeing to represent me. The scales on my badge mean something, Mr. Tangora. They represent justice and fairness. We'll see to it that you get a fair trial, and if you're innocent, you will walk free. But until then, I'm going to need you to sit tight and trust me. I will. I do. Thank you. Okay. Let's get to know the man, the myth, the legend. Is the music quiet? I don't know. No, okay, we're good now. Okay. Jesus Christ, I almost dropped my iPad. Okay. So you're not just a confectioner, but also a singer and a dancer. I sure am. When I'm having fun, my body just starts moving. You must really enjoy making desserts. Wouldn't be much of a confectioner if I didn't. I live to make sweets that will bring joy to others. Hey, they're not just things, they're works of art. Sparkling, dazzling, mouth-watering creations, the stuff that dreams are made of. So he aims to create joyous and inspirational pieces, does he? I understand that the incident in question happened at your mansion. It did. We were holding an international confectionery contest there when a body was found inside one of my creations. Oh! Inside one of your... No way! The detective in charge placed me under arrest because of it, and now here I am. But I could never take a life. Never. I'm sure the police will see that too in time. They'll realize their mistake. I sure hope so. Fender's just like, What can you tell us about the victim? His name is R.T. Frost. He was taking part in the contest. Mr. Frost was a wonderful confectioner. His creations were things of real beauty. I just don't understand. Why did he have to die? I'm sorry. He seems generally upset over the victim's death. I think I have a pretty good measure of the man now. Mr. Tangora, there's just one last thing I need to confirm with you. You didn't kill Mr. Frost, correct? Correct. I swear to you I didn't do it. Like I told you, I can never take a life. Never. He seems quite sincere. Alright, I'm going to take you at your word. Thank you for being so forthright with me. Likewise, it's good to talk to somebody other than those detectives. We'll head to the scene of the crime and see what we can learn. We'll be in touch when we have something more to tell you. Goodbye, Gregory. Goodbye, Eddie. I'm counting on you both. Oh. It's pretty cold in here, huh, Mr. E? Never saw so much snow. Yes, and it doesn't seem like it will be letting up anytime soon. But just look at this place. What a sweet house Samson's got. It's huge. Yes, big enough to hold the international confectionery contest, no less. Welcome, welcome everyone. Come in, we'll have some fun. Oh, it's her. Oh no! Oh, are you alright? Look at his face! What is that snarky face there? I'm sorry. Would you happen to be Mr. Gregory Edgeworth by any chance? I would. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Eddie Fender, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Ah, look at him. Look with a little bow. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, welcome to our humble abode. Judy Bound, it's an honor to meet you both. I'm the housekeeper here, and Mr. Tangora's assistant. You're no housekeeper, you're Judy Bound! The Judy Bound! You know a little something of my work. A little? I watch you on TV every chance I get. I'm Bacon Bop's biggest fan. It's very kind of you to say so. We'd be nothing without our fans. And what might Bacon Bop be? It's only the biggest show on TV! Every kid on the planet loves it! The dynamic duo of Samson and Judy make delicious sweet stuff, all while singing and dancing. Wait, how old is everyone here? 18! 18 Eddie Fender. A student working part-time at the offices of Edgeworth & Co. studying to be an attorney. Kind and demands him to be the greatest confectioner of his generation. The murder victim found dead inside Samson's Tangora's chocolate work. That's unfortunate. Like this, check it out! What shall we make today, kids? Cookie dough, caramel too. Fluffy chokes, cream, tiramisu. Everyone, come along! Baking treats with a smile and a song. There is true. The oven's got something special for you. Just take a bite and you will see. That was a wonderful performance, Mr. Fender. Bravo! I dance along every time I watch the show. Perhaps Smiles might enjoy it too. I'll suggest it later. I'm gonna cry. All this dancing really takes out of a guy. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm the world's worst hostess. Here, nothing relaxes the body and mind quite like a cup of tea. Star-shaped cups. This is a Ceylon, correct? It's delicious. Its citrus aroma is said to improve one's ability to concentrate, as I recall. Interesting. So this is what Ceylon tea tastes like, huh? How odd. The saucer's cold. Yes, it's so that the tea cools down more quickly, I'm afraid. Some of our guests don't like it too hot. I see. These teacups are very unique, too. The design is really something. You think so? Thank you so much. I ordered them all the way from France. They're my absolute favorite. They were designed by a marvelous sculptor named Paul Halicu. Have you heard of him? He makes the most amazing tableware in the world. You're clearly a big fan of his work. Oh, I am. These teacups are my greatest treasure. She's certainly not afraid to show when she's passionate about something. If you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to move on to the reason we're here. Can you tell us everything you know about the unfortunate incident that occurred earlier? Of course. I'm sorry for getting so distracted. I guess I'm still in shock. Because I'm the one who found the body, you see. You discovered the victim. Is it true that the body was recovered from inside one of Mr. Tangora's creations? It is. We were in the middle of the contest's final judgment phase when I heard the sound of something big collapsing coming from Samson's room. Samson, are you in here? Oh, frick. I opened the door and went inside, and there was Mr. Frost's body. Thank you. I'm sorry to make you relive such a traumatic experience. Think nothing of it, please. I only wish I had more to tell you. Now, if you don't mind, Miss Bound, I'd like to begin our investigation of the crime scene. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Defender, you have to save Samson. He's no murderer. He could never do something like that. Of course. Leave it to us, Miss Bound. Thank you so much. I'll go serve the others their tea then. Come, Eddie, to the scene of the crime. Yes, sir, Mystery. Oh, holy frick! Holy frick, it's young bad. No way, everything in this room is made of chocolate. Can't believe I'm getting to see so many Samson's creations this up close and personal. I might be more excited myself if the room wasn't a murder scene. Just hearing you say that sends shivers down my spine. Sends a shiver down my spine. That might just be the temperature in here. It's rather cold. Yeah, now that you mention it, it is pretty chill. Achoo! Defense on the scene already? That was fast. Holy frick, he's not freaking gray in the head. A pleasure to meet you, Gregory Edgeworth. I'm representing Mr. Tangora. This is my assistant, Eddie Fender. Nice to meet you. Bad. Detective Tyrell Bad. The detective in charge is named Bad. A man of few words. What? Something about this doesn't taste. Fender, what the fudge? Actually, we're surrounded by it. Why? Something about this doesn't taste right. You ate paper. I would. He eats paper. Holy frick. Paper eater right here. What? You're eating your note paper. Like, that's like, what the actual? Wait, do we? Oh, we have his now. 16. Jeez, you do not look 16. 42. Detective assigned to this case, a man of few words. Are these just Eddie's, like, assistant Samson Tangora? She's fond of the work sculptor. That is really a specific name. I want to look at these. You're eating your note paper. He likes to chew on over his thoughts rather literally, I'm afraid. Helps him digest and remember them. Eddie, you shouldn't have given me this freaking knowledge. Now I gotta bully you when, like, 18 years in the future. It's a little quirk of his. Please try to ignore it. Man eats paper. Although I'd be the first to admit that's easier said than done. With introductions out of the way, Detective Bad, would you mind if we joined you investigating the scene? Sorry, not gonna happen. What? How come? Mr. Edgeworth is Mr. Tangora's attorney. Yeah, and attorneys will do anything to get him off the hook, even put words in their clients' mouths. You think I need that? On my crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth would never do something like that. I don't trust attorneys, okay, kid? Detective, you established my client's supposed guilt based on investigation of the crime scene, correct? That's usually how it works, yeah. What of it? Then extend me the same courtesy. I believe he is innocent, and I would like the chance to prove it. You believe he's innocent, and you didn't even see the scene yet? That's some flimsy lawyering. That's exactly why I wish to see the scene for myself. I need to ensure that my belief is based on solid evidence and sound reasoning. You about to tell me you're not leaving till I let you look over the scene? Yeah. I am. Fine. Knock yourselves out. Thank you, Detective. But I'm coming around with you. Like I said, I don't trust attorneys. If you're good with that, go ahead and get to it. That was a lollipop this whole time! What you thought it was? I must admit I didn't see that coming either. We better get started then. I'll need you to take notes, Eddie. On it, mystery! Let's get this over with. Is he just gonna be following us? Holy frick, he is. I'm freaking leaving then. Frick. Face the freaking crowd. Alright. Real crime scene. This is so exciting. This isn't a game, Eddie. I need you to take it seriously. Don't worry, mystery. I'm taking notes on everything. You are? What kind of notes? Notes about all this delicious stuff is made. Can't wait to try it for myself. I'm not playing around, Edward. Take this seriously. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. He's just a silly guy. He just wants to eat all the chocolate in here. The IS-7 incident. Frick. Oh, hey, there's some of these here. Who are you? Well, before I talk to you, I want to look at all this stuff. The Dreamer's Wheel. What the heck? This is a fine selection of nautical paraphernalia. You think one of them could be the murder weapon? No, they're all made out of chocolate. You'd have a hard time bludgeoning somebody to death with one of them. Can't tell what's real in here. They really do look genuine. I can hardly tell the difference myself. True testament to Mr. Tangora's skills. But what if one of them isn't? This is a fountain in here. What the heck? Did they get the water? How's it looking over here, officer? Nothing of interest in that cupboard or... Yes, sir. So there is... Oh, no, there isn't. Just a blowtorch used for cooking and some tableware, sir. You heard the man, Mr. Attorney. Nothing to add, am I right? No. So you do have something to add. Oh, no. Can't get a straight answer out of anybody. Perhaps you should ask a straight question. How about that? No. They all do look pretty genuine. It's a book. A Diary of Despair. What the frick does that one say? Hold on. I just see something severity. And that's it. That's all I see. The Wayfarer's map. The Dreamer's Wheel. Angel bested by thorns. Yeah, I can't tell. Angel's cookbook. This man has just been here. Yo, what is that scar? Jeez, what happened to you, man? You fought a bear? Lantern. Compass. Telescope. It's like gloves over here. Chocolate. Holy frick, it steps to. Hold on. I need to look at this. There's some very tasteful tableware here, along with some kitchen utensils. This tea set is of the same design as the one Miss Bound served us with earlier. You think Samson could have been drinking tea out of that? The pot and the cup were dusted for prints. His were the only ones they found. And was that the case for the utensils too? Everything else had been washed, so there weren't any prints to find. And if Mr. Tangora was wearing gloves while he was working on his confectionaries, that could explain why prints were only found on the teapot and cup. We got the teapot. No, I want the stepladder! It's right there! I want to know the stepladder lore. We need to know Gregory's input on it. Is it a ladder or is it a stepladder? We need to know. What are you investigating, officer? Sir, I was just taking the temperature of the water here. And what have you learned? Oh, it's warm, sir. The stream is each room flows into the main fountain, then the water is circulated back into the rooms. Unusual to say the least. I've never seen a house quite like this one. Rich folks. They're all crazy. So this is where the body was discovered. Yeah. They took it away already, but everything else is just how we found it. Let's look over here. Voyage of the Red Rover. After sailing the seven seas, the legendary ship happens upon a great treasure at last. This piece is a tribute to the adventurous spirit of our ancestors. It's titled Voyage of the Red Rover. Oh, okay, well. After sailing the seven seas, the legendary ship happened upon a great treasure at last. This piece is a tribute to the adventurous spirit of our ancestors. Who knew? So they sailed 6 whole seas before they found anything. Not exactly the luckiest crew out there. Sometimes you gotta take a bunch of wrong turns before you find the truth. That's what being a real detective is all about. Did they even have detectives back in those days? I gotta say, this is really cool. It's really rather... I'm losing his voice. I don't even know what voice I'm doing for him. I'm just like, eh. There's a coin or something in there. It's really rather impressive making an entire ship out of chocolate. That's Samson Tangora for you. Did you just want to take a big bite out of it? Which part to bite first, though? That's the real head scratcher, you know? Buy any part of it, kid. And you'll be off this crime scene so fast your head will spin. Hey, it was just a joke. Stop staring at me like that. I do sometimes wish Eddie could keep his cool a little better. One of the stands for the ship is broken. Ah, frick, he got that logic and reasoning from his father. The ship must have collapsed onto the treasure chest and smashed it open. Wait, do you think... Could that be how the victim died? Was he crushed by the ship? If he was, this becomes an accidental death and not a murder. You too serious? Don't worry, detective. For the moment, we're simply discussing a possibility. I was being serious, though. I mean, we don't even know how he died. We just know he died and he was found in that... Oh. Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PH. I suppose that must be Paul Haliqua's pottery mark. Those are his initials, after all. Miss Brown said she is a big fan of his work. His initials, huh? So if I'd made it too, it would say EF. Perhaps you should practice by initialing your personal belongings first. Yes, what a gorgeous design. Really, just seems a bit out there to me. Like, how do you even get your tea in there? Art isn't about function, Eddie. It's about form. Guess I'll have to take your word for it, Mystery. This art stuff is way beyond me. It looks really cool. So this is where you store the heckin' tea or something. Actually, before I continue, what is it? I just want to present my badge. Attorneys are bad luck. Nothing good ever happens with you guys around. You trample the scene, jump to conclusions. You really think that all of us, that of all of us, me included? Not a yes, but not a no either. Teapot? I'd like your opinion on this if you don't mind. I do. There's one thing I hate, it's small talk. Seems he only cares about things that are directly related to the incident. Alright, man hasn't changed in like 20 freaking years then. Except for maybe being a bit more like okay with defense attorneys because of Kay's father. I'm gonna scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. It appears the body was inside the treasure chest. Yeah, a woman by the name of Bound found it. Samson, are you in here? Seems she heard something breaking and came in to see what it was. If only we had just a little more information. There's something else in here. It looks like a seal of some kind, with somebody's initials and intricate shape carved into it. Ah, Phil. Or Paul, not Phil. Paul. Is it for making those fancy wax things on documents? Do you think it belonged to the victim? No idea, but it's gotta get logged anyway, so I'll take that. Detective, can you tell us a little more about the state of the victim's body? Or state? Let me see. Got a picture here someplace. You can see for yourselves. Death was from blunt force trauma. And what about the weapon? Has it been found yet? You can ask the prosecutor in charge about that. The detective's not one for sharing much, I see. Would you mind if we borrowed this? No skin off my nose. It's not like it's official. Bound took it with... Oh god. I'm losing my voice, god dang it. Bound took it with an instant camera when she found the body. An instant camera? Like it's disposable or something? No, it means that it develops the pictures right there and then when you take them. No way, it sounds pretty convenient. Now then, I'd better get my facts straight and take down some notes of my own. There's something in this picture that contradicts with the current crime scene. I need to call my powers of deduction to figure out why. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, before that, who are you? And you are? Oh. Sorry. Meditating. Did you want something, detective? Oh, I'm an attorney, not a detective. Gregory Edgeworth. Pleasure to meet you. And I'm his assistant, Eddie Fender. I see. Name's Carmelo Gusto. I'm a confectioner, here for the contest. You are? What's especially, Mr. Gusto? Whoa! Oh! The art of air and sugar. Oh, that's cool! No, I didn't mean to press the history. No, wait! Look at that! It's a little baby seahorse! It's a dragon. A noble soaring creature of the skies. I see. That's a dragon? It does look more aquatic than airborne. No need to sugarcoat it. My design sense is weak. I know that better than anybody. That's why I'm heading to Zangfa when it's all over. Need to train hard. Perhaps we should get off the subject of his design sense for now. So what are you doing here, Mr. Gusto? I didn't think that they were allowed civilians on the scene yet. Detective wanted to know more about one of the pieces in here. Oh my god. Makes sense. Seeing as he's a contestant, perhaps I should ask him a few questions of my own. First off, no. Interesting design. Yes, I could do something with this. Can I borrow it? Oh, I'm afraid not. It's rather important. I can't bear the thought of it coming to any harm in Mr. Gusto's hands. Sorry, meditating. Do you want something, detective? As I told you, I'm an attorney, and I was hoping you'd take a look at this. Is he meditating again? Perhaps I'd better present it with something more meaningful. Do you know anything about this? Nope. Why did that ding? Wait, hold up. Did I miss it before? The victim's body was found in Samson's and Tangora's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The cause of death appears to have been blood loss falling from blunt force trauma. It really just looks like he was... someone got in there, and then the ship fell over. Those are some interesting implements you use, Mr. Gusto. What is it gonna be this time? Sugar blowing pumps. They put air into the sugar. They're so cool! It's like watching a swordmaster do his thing. Eat a little chicken. I'm no master. Not a day goes by that I don't hurt myself one way or another. That's why I wear red. That way it doesn't matter when I make a mess. What? The way of the confectioner is a lonely one. You never stop learning, not until you die. The way of the confectioner sounds like a long one, too, if he's still injuring himself on a daily basis. We have your 36, a candy crafting confectioner who's taken part in the contest. Because Eddie's like taking these like I feel like some of these notes has to be just Eddie's because of this. What can you tell us about the contest? Based on what we've seen so far, flavor doesn't seem to be the only criteria at play. The contest was Tangora's idea. It's about art, confectionery as art. Confectionery as art? Art you can eat. Every part of it. Every single item in this room is edible. The whole place does kind of smell like chocolate. Tangora's a genius. A once-in-a-generation talent, flavor, and flair. He has it all. And if you can't outdo the god of confections himself, you can't win. I don't know, man. Being out the greatest in the world seems kinda hard, yeah? As it should be. Whoever beats him becomes the greatest in turn. That's the real prize here. Nothing else matters. So you're competing for a title, effectively. And a treasure, the ultimate cookbook. Tangora's most prized possession. If you want to know more, it's all written down here. It's the list of rules that I was giving out to the contestants. Let me look at that. A piece of paper listing the rules for the contest. Prizes, the ultimate cookbook, the title of World's Greatest Confectioner. Rules, judging will proceed clockwise from the leftmost room. All contestants to gather in Mr. Tangora's room when judging ends. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decorations. Stands and display material will be provided. Contestants may not enter another contestant's room until judging has been completed. Okay. Sorry, I don't know about much about what happened. I only heard about it after the judging was over. How is the judging organized? It started at 3 p.m. Tangora began making rounds right around then. He left his own room, then worked his way around the venue clockwise. My creations were the first to be judged. After that, he went to Scone's room. She's another one of the contestants. What can you tell us about her? Ruthless, brutal. There is nothing she wouldn't do to win. She was working with Cream, some kind of dreamscape. Then, last of all, Frost's room. His thing was flavored ice. Sculptures this time, or so I heard. Okay. Bound found the body, while Tangora was still making the rounds. She panicked, ran to call the cops. Tangora went right on judging, claiming he didn't know a thing about it until afterward. Went ahead and looked over the victim's work, even though the guy was nowhere to be seen. Pretty suspicious behavior in anyone's book. Don't have enough information to challenge him on that yet. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you and Mr. Gusto talking about earlier? I was going to ask about the piece on the wall here, the one in the frame. Seems like something was off. Thought I better ask somebody who knows about this stuff. But then you bozos showed up and pulled me away from my very important work. Perhaps we can take a closer look at it together. Can't take a hint, can you? Mr. Gusto, would you mind helping us out? Of course, confectionery is my life. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Oh, that's a... I just want to look at all this together. It's a journal belonging to the captain of the chocolate ship, also made of chocolate. I'm losing Bad's voice now! Diary of Despair. That's some title. Come here, take it. Here, taken. Herkaken? Herkin. Oh, Hurricane. Come, Hurricane sea. Now we cross the sea and rode the red tide of misery. Quite a jaunty rhyme for such a tragic-sounding tale. Candelabra, made of chocolate. There's a title here. The light of life. Well, this particular light seems to be missing one of its giving flames. Does it have some sort of symbolic meaning? Could it be? Oh, I just noticed that. Okay. Looks like a fire alarm. Yeah, and before you start prodding it, it's not made of chocolate. Push in, bells will start ringing. People will come running from the security room. A whole bunch of hassle. So don't. I know you want to, but don't. Honestly, the thought hadn't even crossed my mind. Typical attorney. What does being an attorney have to do with anything? He really does not like Gregory. I mean, he doesn't like attorneys, but still. This must be the title of this piece. Angel bested by thorns. That's pretty mysterious. Really gets you thinking, huh? I think I'm a fan. You have good taste. I'm especially fond of it myself. Simply captivating. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Gusto praised me! Now, Eddie, don't make this into a thorny issue by bragging about it. You have bad taste. Was that a dad joke, Mr. Wait! How did I not realize that? Hold on. Holy frick, he is a dad. Was that a dad joke, Mr. Edgeworth? I better make a note of this momentous occasion. Where did I make a joke, or dad, or otherwise? A joke, dad, or otherwise? Well, you are a father, so. Who knew you could make a picture this prey out of chocolate? Samson really is a god among men. Is it really made of chocolate, though? It looks rather too much like a regular illustration to me. You have a good eye. Oh wait, that's Gusto. You have a good eye. I'm impressed. That's no piece of candy. That's the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize. What? So it's not made of chocolate after all? No. The book is simply framed in some. Tangora showed it to all of us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. So the participants knew that the grand prize is in this room the whole time. Anyway, you see it too, right? The frame. Something's missing. The oddity detective Bad was going to ask Mr. Gusto about earlier. Yes. You're right, detective. Something is missing from this frame. So it's not just me. Huh? What's missing? I better show Eddie which part of the frame is missing some chocolate. There's also that there, but that's not important right now. Take that! Look at the decorative work in the corner here. Something's missing, no? Oh yeah, it's different from the other side! That's not like Tangora. The balance is all wrong. But that's not all. Take a look around. The hands. Every confection in this room is missing some small bit. You're right, the candle holder, the nautical stuff, they're all like that. Did somebody deliberately damage them? That's a very good question. Or did Tangora just want to look like somebody messed with his work? He'd never do that to his own creations! Never! Could this have some deeper meaning for the case? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. There's also the hand here. Are these finger marks? Yeah, but we don't know whose yet. Still haven't figured it out. No fingerprints, no ID. Finger marks without prints. They could certainly be important to the case. Dang. It's a real head scratcher, alright. Not really. I'm guessing whoever it was wore gloves. Where's your sense of romance? Of adventure? Have you seen the man, Fender? There doesn't tend to be much of either at a crime scene, Eddie. A man's just like enthralled by the chocolate. Ah, don't sneeze. Are you alright, Eddie? Yeah, but it sure is chilly in here. Yes, it wasn't exactly warm out in the fountain room either. It's even colder in here. Would you like to borrow my jacket? No, I'm fine. And besides, you said you'd give it to me when I finally got my attorney's badge. Ah. I did, didn't I? Why do they have the heat down so low? Chocolate needs to be kept at the right temperature. Take a look behind that panel on the wall. What panel? Oh. Look at that! It was here this whole time! There was one in each of the contest rooms. Tangora hid them so they wouldn't spoil the aesthetic of our works. What do the controls do? They adjust the temperature and the lighting. Goes all the way down to -2 degrees Fahrenheit. Cold enough to keep any confectionery from melting. So in effect, each room is a giant freezer. It's 59 degrees in here? No wonder I'm cold! Hey, Detective Bad, you, mind if we turn up a little? I think preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. So that's a big fat no. But I'm not a detective. Same goes for attorneys, Eddie. We must never disturb the scene of the crime. Get used to the cold. It's all part of your training. Chocolate needs to be kept between 59 and 65 degrees. There's no way around it. You know the temperatures by heart, huh? Guess it's your job. It's the very least I should know. Any real confectioner should be able to tell you that and more. Alright, what about lollipops and cream? If it's not too hot or too humid, a lollipop should be fine just about anywhere. Creams need to be kept around 50 degrees. Need to watch out for heat and humidity, huh? Duly noted. Detective Bad kinda brightened up when he was talking about lollipops, didn't he? Man is 40, but like, he's still like a freaking kid at a candy store. I suppose he must be very fond of them. Don't believe there's any more to be found here. These controls can be used to adjust the room's temperature and lighting. Red, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, white. That's a huge range. Temperature is set to 59 degrees. Color is set to white. The pieces in here are made of chocolate, that's why. White light makes them look better. Mr. Tangora must see the room itself as a part of his carefully crafted creations. Picture is not made of chocolate. It's the cover of a book, the ultimate cookbook. The ultimate cookbook. In other words, the grand prize. Yes, and framed in chocolate. Tangora showed it all to us when he gathered us here to explain the rules. Okay, wait, it's the same thing. Just in check. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, detective? Just gonna... So, wait, the room's cold. Somehow the water here is warm, though. I mean, I know it's, like, circulated, but it's, like, okay. No. Gloves. Tangora wore them when he was working on his masterpiece over there. They're conveniently good at hiding fingerprints, too. I suppose it's possible to employ them in such a manner. But is it really all that suspicious to find a pair of gloves in the kitchen like this? I'm a detective. Everything's suspicious. That's the job. Got it. Look at this man's shoes! Like, this Eddie's shoes. I just saw them for like a second. Everyone else is like... I realized this man's wearing freaking sandals. Socks with sandals. With flip-flops. I can't remember what they're called. But like, sir, that's not safe in any kitchen environment. You cannot have open-toed shoes or anything. That is dangerous. Okay. I think I gathered what I need. No, I don't want to freaking... Am I gonna have to go toe to toe with Bad and just like, alright, here's why you're wrong. No, that... Nothing has been moved since the body was found, correct? Preserve the scene. That's rule number 1 of any investigation. They took the body away, but everything else, untouched. Could you tell us a little more about the state of the body before it was taken away? Found? Took a picture. You'll have to make do with that, Mr. Lawyer. I get the feeling that the good detective is none too fond of the defense attorneys. Probably best not to rely too much on him and search the scene for clues and contradictions myself. Thanks, man. You really don't change the next 20 years, I gotta say. It's not T, it's freaking Q. Mother fricker. Ah, that's a lot. Okay. The stand broke and the ship collapsed with it, and the loud sound it made brought Miss Bound running. Wait, wouldn't that mean that the room was like warm at some point that made the ship like break or something? Yeah. Said the ship had already kneeled over by the time she got in there. But why did the stand collapse? What caused it to break? Maybe the whole thing was off balance from the get-go. Could that really have been the case? Nope. Okay, some of the pieces are a bit damaged, too. I'm gonna look... Did they fall off or something? Oh, is there anything else sus about this whole thing? Anything up? Oh, do I have to do something here? Like, this shit's oddly suspicious. Nope. Oh, even the bit here, I just realized the bottom of the chest is broken too, but it's missing. Wait. Unless, like, this is only... Well, I mean, that... Why would that be broken? That's whack. Suspicious. Everything's suspicious. I'm sorry, but like when you just like look in like a whatever direction, they just like. Just the turn. Look at him run. Like Mr. Edgeworth, why are we just running around the chocolate ship? And if I don't start running, then I'm just gonna die of hypothermia. It's not gonna be good. Okay. Hold on, let me save. Or make sure I save. Oh my god, my freaking save. Click this. Deduce this because this is whack.
Eureka!
Nope. Consider the relationship between the evidence and what we see before us. There's a contradiction. Hold on, I just want to see. I'm considering the ship before us and how you're lucky it's made of chocolate. Otherwise, you'd be on it right now, flowing down that little stream over there. Not exactly the most pleasant way to be ejected from a crime scene. Bruh. I know, I think I... Oh wait, I probably need to highlight something else.
Eureka!
Holy frick. Eureka! I just realized he just says freaking Eureka to my guy. Eureka. You said the only thing that had been removed from the scene is the body. Yeah. That and the piece of cloth it was wrapped in. And something here doesn't quite add up. It doesn't? Take another look at the scene in front of us, detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. Right. Don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Let me check with forensics. What is the mystery? What did you figure out? Compare the treasure chest in the photograph to the real thing. In the picture, the solid chocolate bottom continues underneath the deceased's head. And yet, that part of the chest is now gone. The part with blood all over it. The part with blood all over it. Exactly. So did the police remove it, or perhaps the killer. It wasn't forensics. They're saying nobody took anything like that away. Interesting. So if somebody deliberately removed the blood from the scene, could be. God dang. I'm gonna... Don't believe there's any more to be found here. Okay. That's our cue to not just... Okay. Anything? Heck yeah. All of Mr. Tangora's creations are missing a little piece each, including one of the stands that was holding up the ship. Somebody really went all out. Do you think it could have been the killer? It's certainly a possibility. Either way, I think we can safely say the stand was damaged in our own mystery person's tampering spree. And when it broke, the ship fell and smashed open the treasure chest, which would have remained closed otherwise. I think we're about done here for now. Well, if I wasn't convinced before, I am now. Tangora did it. No two ways about it. What do you mean? All the rooms in this place lock from the inside. The only way to unlock them from the outside is with this key. You see, and who had access to that key? Who do you think? Tangora. And it's the only one. There aren't any copies. With the mansion key, Tangora could slip into anybody else's room anytime he liked. And he could even lock his own room from the outside if he wanted. But Mr. Tangora's room wasn't locked, was it? Nope. Which is exactly what makes him a suspect. Would you care to explain your thinking? If the door had been locked when the body was found, Tangora would have been the obvious suspect, which is why he deliberately didn't lock his room. And why he smashed in the lid of the treasure chest, so the body was on full display. Everyone was supposed to gather in his room when the judging finished up, so he made it look like the murder happened while he wasn't there. The one thing he didn't plan on was Bound finding the body. Anyway, that's my think of this whole thing. Good enough for you, Mr. Attorney? Do you also believe it was Mr. Tangora who damaged the other pieces in this room? Yup. I know you have to believe your client. That's your job. But I'm a detective, and I serve the law. No matter how squeaky clean somebody might seem, a suspect's still a suspect. I fully understand your reasoning, detective. Now, would you mind if I applied a little critical thinking of my own? Heh, do your worst. Just as detective won't compromise his devotion to the law, I won't compromise my beliefs either. Now, I'm not about to just accept his version of events. In fact, I'm going to show him the piece of evidence that highlights the contradiction in his claims. Tyrell's bad argument. The door had been locked when the body was found. The Tangora would have been... Okay, so... Why he's smashing the lid of this treasure chest so that the body was on full display. Dude. Oh, we've got more. The victim's body was found in Samson's room inside a chocolate treasure chest. The lid was closed until the ship collapsed. Part of the treasure chest was that covered. Great.
Objection!
Frick you. We've established that the body was hidden inside the chest, and that Miss Bound only came running into this room when she heard a sound. It seems reasonable to infer that the sound was that of the chocolate boat collapsing. Sure, seems likely, based on the evidence. And yet you assert that it was Mr. Tangora who had smashed the lid of the chest. I believe this photo makes it clear that it was the ship that did the smashing. And if that had occurred only moments before Miss Bound had entered the room, then it couldn't have been broken by Mr. Tangora, who was out judging the contest at the time. Holy frick, he's doing the thing! He's doing the thing! Frickin' objection! Why is my thing whack? Wait. Frickin' objection. Frick you. I never said he did it then and there. He could have done something to the stand, so it collapsed when he was in the middle of judging.
Objection.
Have you any way of proving that assertion? Nope. But the investigation isn't over yet. There's still time. So he doesn't have anything conclusive. Have you found any prints in this room besides those of Mr. Tangora? Yup, on the door. Well, we found Tangora's and Frost's prints on there too. Oh. We were all brought in here for a briefing, right before we started work on our creations. Those prints are probably from then. I take you haven't checked any of Mr. Tangora's works for prints yet. Why would? We know that somebody tampered with them. Therefore, it's possible that they left some prints behind when they did so. Fine. But if we don't find anything, your guy's still top of my list. Got it. Sir, yes, sir, I guess. You, check all this chocolate stuff for prints. Now. Yes, sir, right away. It's all gonna be covered in luminol. Detective Bad. We finished dusting the chocolate and we found prints that don't belong to Mr. Tangora, sir. Go on. Whose? Delicia Scone, sir. She's one of the contestants. Good work. You can go back to wherever you were investigating before. Yes, sir. Yeah, go back to investigating the warm water. So it seems we have a suspect besides Mr. Tangora. Even without your lordly input, I wasn't about to wrap up the investigation anyway. I'll go speak to Miss Scone and see what she has to say for herself. Delicia Scone. Mr. Gusto mentioned her too. He said that she was ruthless, but she'd do anything to win. This Scone lady sounds like a pretty suspicious character, huh, Mr. E? Yes, I think we better try to speak with her ourselves as well. Detective Bad, would you mind if we accompanied you? Babysitting you is not my job. How old is Gregory in this? Like, wait, he's in his 30s, yeah. Oh, come on! But I guess you did pick up a couple of useful clues already. So if you want to tag along, be my guest. Thank you, Detective. You're too kind. But Detective Bad, sir! Don't think that's such a good idea. The lead prosecutor is still busy in there. It'll be fine. Me and him don't exactly see eye to eye anyhow. So he's like, you know what? Frick it. I'm just gonna make him more mad because I want to just frick around. Like, I could care less. I don't like him either. Who is this him? Who did they assign the case to? Manfred von Karma. What? They give it to von Karma? He hasn't lost a case in 25 years! Manfred von Karma, a living legend over at the prosecutor's office. We never faced one another in the courtroom, but I've heard plenty of stories. They say he'll do anything to ensure a guilty verdict. But I can't let that distract me. For now, I need only to continue to do what I believe is right. Dang. Yes, save my progress. This game is Scone's room. It's so green! I don't see him. Oh my god, look at her. Whoa, a candy castle! And look, there's even some little elves to go with it. Rooms laid out. Pretty much the same as Tangora's. It's not as cold though. That's something. Let's see. Yeah, looks like there's a temperature control panel in here too. Over there where that orange slide is, right? We better take a closer look at it when we can. It's like a fairy tale storybook in here. And this whipped cream covered construction must be the work of Miss Delicia Scone. Where is Miss Scone? Me? Why, I'm just over here, dearie. Oh, just look at you lovely boys! Delicia Scone, at your service. Some cheeky blighters back in Blighty even call me Miss Delicious. Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected this day at least. Holy frick, he's 34. Oh no. Called a lovely boy at 34. Unexpected to say the least. Lovely boys? Really? Even Mr. E? The fact that I don't know her age is scaring me. A confection of undetermined age back home from the UK. They call her Miss Delicious. Oh, okay. Oh yes, dear, you, the detective over there. You were all lovely boys to me. I'm nobody's lovely boy, lady. What the frick is going on here? I don't know what accent I'm trying to give her. I'm giving her some other accent. I wonder just how old she is. Finish this up so we can get out of here, Mr. Attorney. He's like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, frick this. Yes, alright. Oh no. What is the meaning of this? Chit-chatting with the defense. We're cooked. What the hell? You're coming out of that sugar-coated candy castle. Frick off. Yo, we're cooked. We're so cooked. I'm gonna freaking burn this place down. God dang it. Oh, even she's spooked. Mr. Edgeworth, some scary guy just stepped out of the castle. Von Karma. What? He is Manfred Von Karma? Oh, so sorry, mannequins? What? 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 No! I'm cringing beyond belief. No, don't call him that. Frick off. Notorious Prosecutor Von Karma himself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Von Karma. Gregory Edgeworth, attorney at law. I couldn't care less what your name is. Your job is to lose to me and disappear, never to show your sniveling face again. What a thoroughly rude individual. Those piercing eyes, that furrowed brow. You're even scarier than they say. And you might want to keep such rude thoughts to yourself, Eddie. We were hoping you might permit us to carry out some brief inquiries, Mr. Von Karma. Ha! And why would I wish to extend you any such courtesy? This clearly isn't going to be easy. I want to go toe to toe with frickin' Manfred Von Karma. I want to fight him again. So long as your inquiries are limited to this room, I suppose I'll allow it. Why the sudden change of heart? You, the tall fellow. Name's Bad. Is that so hard to remember? I didn't ask for your opinion. The thoughts of a lowly detective do not concern me. But I do admire your spirit. The frick's going on here? Do I have his thing now? Ha! I do! He's 49! The prosecutor in charge of this case, it said that he's never lost a trial in these past 25 years. Well, that's gonna change in the next 20. Bad. See to it that these worms don't step out of line. Why do I have to? Yo, we share a common enemy, Bad. We don't like Manfred. Help us out, man. I am not offering you a choice, detective. I need to go and look over Gustav's room. Good day. Walk out, mother fricker. Great. More babysitting. Why aren't Detective Bad and Mr. Von Karma investigating together? They don't seem to know each other well. They don't seem to know each other well enough for there to be a load of bad blood between them. Well, looks like we have permission to investigate. Guess we better get to it. Indeed, I'm not sure I trust Mr. Von Karma's motives, but at least we can do that much. Hold up, I haven't been over this room yet either. You're not messing it up before I get my chance. You'll have to wait till I'm done. Huh? But I thought you were the lead detective. How come you didn't take a look at this room yet? Because I wasn't the first one they assigned. One of Von Karma's pets was on the job before me. Right up until just now, in fact. I got here not long before you did. That answers my question as to why they're working separately, I suppose. Let's say we look over the room together, detective. It worked out well enough before. Then you won't have to worry about us messing things up. You can keep an eye on us as we go. What kind of screwball attorney asks to have a detective breathing down his neck? What? What the fudge? Guess I'm stuck with you for a little while longer. Yes, you're amazing, Mystery! You have our thanks, Detective Bad. Don't be too grateful. This is my scene. The second you get in my way, you're out of here. Of course, we understand. Now, shall we begin? Where did she go? Wait, where did Miss Oh, there she is. Holy frick, ladder. What's the matter? Something weird about the ladder? It's not a ladder, Detective Bad. It's a step ladder. Same difference. Far from it, actually. You'd know if you would observe their basic natures more closely. Amazing, Mystery! I'll have to remember this for future reference. I got the frickin' achievement. Let's frickin' go. My life has no meaning now. I'm running around this entire thing. No, I can't. It just goes all the way to the back wall. Why is there candy rocks there? And like tarps. Hold on, I'll be right back. Y'all just like stare at these guys. Alright, I am back. Let me, like, look at something real quick. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Where? Okay. I need to like keep reminding myself that like, oh yeah, there's a shift button, but it's like the rooms are so small, I don't think about it. I'm just like, let's just have a nice casual walk all the way over to the other side of the room. Okay. Why did you call him that? What the fudge? What's this? The four adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. So that's the theme behind Miss Scone's creations, huh? Unlucky for her, things aren't quite as sweet around here as she's trying to make out. Jeez. These must be the various tools Miss Scone used to build her castle. Buckets filled with cream, trowels, and a brush. Is she a pastier or a plasterer? Don't you go making jokes at my expense, you cheeky young devil! How old are you? I don't just slap stuff on walls like a silly old plasterer. I have to spread the cream out to lovely and smooth, then work out all the rough patches. That's literally exactly what a plasterer does. The fact I don't know her age is scaring me. I don't know why it is. See, I know that's probably dye, but that just looks like some whacked up chemicals. There's a blowtorch and some chemicals here. I guess it's all for cooking with. I wonder what these chemicals are. Oh, they are chemicals. Okay. Let's take a look at the labels. Mango down 9. Okay. Mango down 9/11, homicyanide, 24. What the fudge? What? I want to go to this company or whatever and ask them what the fudge were they thinking? What is that? Wait, what? I can't tell what that face is. It confuses me. Wait, they're all poisons? No, sir. They're common colorings and flavorings used in candies and desserts. Oh, thank God they're just food dye, but why the frick are they called that? The first is concentrated mango, boiled down to its purest essence, hence mango down. They're asking for trouble with a name like that. Yeah, no kidding! Now I'm curious as to what homicyanide might be. I'm curious about that myself, but like... There's a small door on the wall here, just like Mr. Tangora's room. Here, I'll open it. The temperature, 68 degrees. Light set to green. Didn't Gusto say cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees? Oh! Thanks for... I was just thinking about that. Temperature in here's too high. That is odd. I wonder why. Yo, their candy's gonna be ruined! It's a cute little elf made of candy, and it's sitting on a little tree stump. The whipped cream decorations around are beginning to lose their shape. But the elf seems completely fine. Strange. Is it a freaking accessory that they aren't supposed to be using? I'm just like walking over the— sorry, man. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. You turn around. You'll eat it. You can't eat the castle. Don't eat the castle. You gotta stay strong, John. You can't eat the stinking candy castle no matter how good it tastes. I guess he's watching his sugar intake. It's an incredible piece of work. Hard to believe this whole castle is made out of sugar and cream. I know, right? It's like we're inside a magical medieval story or something. I didn't know you were so into such fantastical things. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get so carried away there. Oh, no need to apologize. I admire your enthusiasm. I sometimes wish my own son was as animated as you. Aww. You have a son, Mr. E? I do. He's still in elementary school, and yet he'd rather read a statue book than a fairy tale. Can't help but worry that his interests will make it hard for him to make friends. Oh! I'm so... Don't say that. He sounds super interesting. He'll make a ton of friends, me included, I'm sure. I like to think you'd be more of a big brother to him than a friend, Eddie. Aww! I'm gonna cry! Well, here I am crying. Aww. A big brother, huh? Guess I have some growing up to do. Better take this more seriously. Indeed. Then with that in mind, shall we continue our investigation? Oh! Well, instead of a big brother, you're more like an uncle to him at this point. Huh. These pillars, they have hexagonal indentions. Looks like something's supposed to go in there. Well, wherever they were, they're long gone. Hexagonal indentations, huh? I wonder. Castle's covered in whipped cream, so maybe a giant strawberry? A giant strawberry with a hexagonal bottom? Look, I like strawberries, okay? Can't blame a guy for wishing. My god, you get to like at least know, maybe not a lot about him, other than, you know, in the future he's the freaking Yatagarasu, but whatever. I prefer bananas myself. Blueberries for me. Ah, wait. Strawberry, bananas, and blueberries. The doors of the castles have been left wide open. Yeah, was the guy born in a barn? He could have at least closed them behind him. I'd like to see you say that to Mr. Von Karma's face, Eddie. Like, Eddie, I dare you. Like, Triple Dog dare you to say that to his face. Wait, there's a bunch of stuff inside. Let's see. Hold it, kid. If anybody's gonna be handling evidence, it'll be me. Cream's going all runny. It's all over the detective's shoes. Frick. Why are all these items being stored inside a candy castle? Alright, tell me what you want me to look at first. Two big rock crystals? Looks like somebody was using the castle for storage. Kinda expected something a little more exciting behind those doors. Oh, I know, maybe they're giant uncut gemstones. And maybe this whole thing is based on a story about a castle with a priceless treasure hidden inside. I think I treat my priceless treasures with a little more care. There's something on the bottom of them. Looks like a little stand or something. Oh, that's bad. I was right, they are gemstones! The sand's supposed to be so they can be put on display. Well, wherever they are, it seems they're not just a large set of paperweights. There's a bunch of blue cloth back there. 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls altogether. Well, they certainly aren't made of candy. No idea what this stuff is for. Almost looks like somebody hid it in there. And I think I've seen fabric of the same color somewhere else before. Ah, Jesus Christ. My God. Any more? Oh, this place has water too. Can I see? No. I can't look. Yo, Eddie, what you gotta say about this? Ah, the thick, sweet scent of delicious whipped cream is in the air. It's like a fairy tale, but in real life. And yet, there he was, standing in the middle of it all, with an evil look on his face. Are you writing a book? This whole experience is wasted on the scary old creep. Come now, Eddie. You can't call people names like that. It's rude. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll try to be more careful. It's just, he reminds me of this teacher I once had who was always super angry with me. Was not Edgeworth, was Von Karma a teacher at some point? A stern school teacher, huh? Now that he mentions it, Mr. Von Karma does have the look of one. He really does. But I shudder to think that what it would be like for Miles to study under him. God freaking dang it! Oh, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't end out too well, you know. Especially what's gonna happen tomorrow. But that's besides the point. It does become better. It becomes better at some point. I know what you are. Is there anything else that you look at? No, I'm just like walking right. Hello, sir. Temperature 68. It's way too high. Alright, alright, Miss Scone. Let's talk. What's the matter, Miss Scone? You seem a whole lot less cheerful than you were a minute ago. Is it Mr. Von Karma? Did something happen between you two? Why, yes, nothing happened. Why, yes, nothing happened at all. But you just said yes. That was a hello, yes, you silly boy. Aren't you just the sweetest little sugar dumpling? Remind me, what was your name again? Oh, Eddie. Eddie Lumpkin! Oh, you'll go so far, dearie, I can tell. Eddie Lumpkin? It seems our English gentlewoman has taken a liking to you, Eddie. No small accomplishment. She's not exactly what I picture when I think of a gentlewoman mystery. Never mind that now. We should ask her a few questions while we can. Violin? What? I'm sorry, I was just reading her, like, apron. Tylanicus? What? No, I want key. I'm just gonna present everything. Nope, nope. Yes, dear? What's this when it's a home? It's a badge that proves I'm a qualified attorney. Gosh, well done you! Shall I show you something lovely in return? See this big pink hat I'm wearing? It proves that I'm a qualified pastry chef. Is that so? I thought you could buy those in stores. Oh, you can. Anyway, it's not the hat that matters. It's the head underneath. So then, can anyone call themselves a pastry chef? I mean, a rat can. Oh, look at that! Don't you have the loveliest toys, Gregory Pegleg? What does that mean? But that color, oh no, that won't do. Here, let me put a lovely splodge of cream on it. Please stop that. No. Not gonna show that. I'm just seeing, like, is there anything I need to tell her? No. No, don't put the freaking pastry on the paper. This? Well, that's even more messed up. Could you tell us about what you did over the course of the contest? Of course, dearie. Let's see. It all started at about 10 in the morning. That's when we set to work. And, well, I spent most of the time here in my room, getting everything ready as you'd expect. Oh, and then there was a lovely afternoon tea for an hour or so from around 1, I think? Afternoon tea? It's an English tradition, a chance to drink tea, enjoy a snack, and make small talk. So kind of like recess? Yeah, just, not, but with less tea and crumpets. And more so, drinking juice boxes and eating cookies. Or crackers. I suppose you could say that. Oh, you really know your onions, don't you, Greggy Pegleg? Such a clever boy. When did I become Greggy? Greggy? What's Bad's nickname gonna be? I wanna know. And where was this afternoon tea served? Out in the garden, of course. There's a lovely little one just outside. They do it all the time, at the same hour, every break time during the contest. Lay on a nice little spread, you know? But today, only me, Samson, Silly Pants, and Moody Judy were there for it. Sammy Poodle had already finished his big creation, so he was there the whole time. But poor old Chillywinks and Gusty Pants had to miss out because they hadn't finished yet. Bless them. You're saying everybody except Mr. Frost and Mr. Gusto was present. That's right, dear. To tell you the truth, I hadn't finished yet either. But I wasn't about to miss out on the tea and cake served by our two TV superstars. I went right back to work when I finished, though. Tootled off while the others were still nattering away. And at any point during the contest, did you visit any of the other competitors' rooms? No, dear, don't be silly. Don't start stirring the batter, like... That's strange, because your fingerprints were found in Mr. Tangora's room. Caught red-handed! Wait, so you admit you were there? Oh, well, I can't hardly deny it now, can I? I didn't kill anybody, I swear! I suppose I better tell you what really happened. Just promise you'll believe me, won't you, dear? What exactly were you doing in Mr. Tangora's room? Well, I was supposed you'd call it research. Research. Sammy Poodle's a dab hand when it comes to old sweet making. Everybody knows that. So when I noticed there was no one in there, I just popped in for a quick bit of research, like I say. What kind of research leaves fingerprints? Yes, well, it stands to reason I'd believe fingerprints. doesn't it? After all, it's hardly research if you don't have a little nibble now, is it? Ma'am. What? You ate the little pieces of them? So, the traces of tampering in Mr. Tangora's room, that was all you. I'm ever so sorry, sweeties. I didn't mean to make a mess. I just had to take a little bite here and there, didn't I? I didn't want poor Sammy Poodle getting upset, so it was just the teensiest bits and pieces that, I mean... Yeah. And the sand holding up the ship. You took a bite of that too, I suppose. Oh yes, dear, of course I did. It was you who brought the whole thing crashing down. I'm sorry, my lovely. Truly, I am. Hold on, is that why you left the room afternoon tea early? You were heading off for a second helping of sweets. Look, just believe me. I never killed anybody, I promise. Her actions were certainly suspicious, but that's about all we can say for now. My god, you were sus as heck. I can't even. Oh, hold on. Okay. I almost thought Gregory didn't have his hat on for a second, like, that really just spooked me. Alright. Jesus Christ, I got a lot. Okay. Runny cream. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put these two together because I have no freaking clue. The rock crystal stands and the pillars in front of the castle feature the same hexagonal shape. I believe the crystals are meant to be placed on top of the pillars. Oh yeah, hexagon to hexagon! Makes perfect sense. But if that's the case, then why were they being hidden inside the castle? The rolls of blue cloth and the rock crystals inside the castle. Imagine both must belong to Miss Scone. Miss Scone, what were you using the items inside the castle for? Oh, those? Sorry, Lambkin, but I'm not allowed to say. Let me guess. Von Karma. How did you know? Please don't ask me to tell you. He'll have my guts for garters. It seems the prosecution really has no intention of sharing anything with the defense. Man, thought we were onto something with those giant rock crystals, but... What's that, dearie? You're interested in my little trinkets? Your trinkets? Yes, my sweet. I use them to make people all lovely and relaxed. You use rock crystals and cloths to do that. I do. It's wonderful. You should see it. And not just any old rock crystals either. They're great big lumps of salt with lights inside them. Wow, those things are lamps? Oh, that's not even the half of it. Those cloths hold even more exciting secrets. She really opened up the moment we started talking about her trinkets. Since you're here, why don't I give you lovely boys a taste of my relaxation magic, Okay. Oh, Batty Bumpkin, can you get it all out and set it up for me? Batty Bumpkin! The name is bad. Is that a no? Why are you being so selfish, Batty Bumpkin? You, have you finished taking photos of this room yet? Yes, sir, we have, sir. Then help Miss Scone here with something, will you? Yes, sir, right away, sir. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweet heart, aren't you, Batty B? Sounds like a gang name. That's amazing, Miss Scone. You got him to do exactly what you wanted. That's some talent. Thank you ever so much, Bettykins. And you, Officer Lovely. She's even giving nicknames to the forensic guys now. I guess it's her way of showing that she cares. So, what about this is supposed to be relaxing, exactly? Oh, don't be a big sourpuss, Betty B. The fun's only just beginning. I'm just like, Officer Lovely, you can switch it on now. Yes, ma'am. Ooh! Huh. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, that's a lot of lights. Wow, it's beautiful. It is. Wish my son were here to see it. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. If you mention Miles one more time, I'm gonna sob, actually. Isn't it though? Isn't it just wonderful? The 4 adorable elves in the sweetest little castle made of sweets. That's my theme, you see. And I thought it would be extra lovely if it was all lit up. Isn't it the nicest thing you've ever seen? One of the elves must be feeling a little left out. Aw, the poor thing. This is how it's supposed to look for the contest. But I'm glad you lovely boys got to see it all at least. Wait, shouldn't the lamps be lit up too? Oh, what's happened there, I wonder? I think we better take a look at the lamps and the elves one more time. Well, okay, I did not expect the room to change. This elf doesn't have an illuminated cloth over it like the others. Because it's not fair to leave the poor guy out, Miss Scone. Well, I didn't want to, did I, dear? But one of my cloths and one of my little machines went missing. A cloth? And what sort of machine exactly? Oh, you'll never guess how it all works. Those luminous little cloths are connected to these little thingamajigs. They're called, full spectrum light emitting devices. They send light down the main cable and into each optical fiber strand. That's what makes the cloth glow. With a little bit of fiddling, you can change the light to any color in the whole wide world. Bright red like ferocious, fiery flames. Cold blue like clinking crystals of ice. They have these special batteries that last for donkey's years, and they don't mind the cold at all. Forgive me, so these machines, they're what makes the special luminous cloth light up in all those beautiful colors, Mystery. I see. So much new technology, I can barely keep up. So these light-emitting devices, you lost one of them in a piece of luminous cloth. That's right, Lempkin. Heaven only knows where they could have gone to. This cloth could have something to do with the case. You don't say. A special color-changing cloth belonging to Scone. She has lost the roll of it along with the device that powers it. Why did that just do an ominous like pause? Wait, what else did I have? Oh, I had the lamps. Scum, what the heck? I do apologize for speaking into the mic right there, but it's like, what the fudge? Why is it? Yo, that's some whacked up freaking dye right there. What the heck? Mascara the scene. So Miss Scone had actually intended to use these lamps in her display. Then why were they stashed inside the castle? Maybe because they're broken. Except, there's plenty of other places she could have put them. The best place to hide some salt is in some sugar. Isn't that how it goes? Or perhaps the best place to hide a tree is in a forest. Anyway, if her intention was to put these salt lamps in her final display, that contradicts a certain piece of evidence in my possession. I need to point out by making a deduction. Before that, the lamps appear to be broken. Bulbs are smashed. Both of them. Maybe they fell and broke on the floor? Look, there's a red stain on one of the on the left. That's not just a stain. That's... Yep. It's blood, alright. I can smell it. Oh, that's... Ooh. That texture on that lamp. What? Blood? Why is there blood on this lamp? Could have something to do with why its bulb is broken. We better take a closer look at the other one too. Alright then. My shoe's already covered in cream. I wouldn't go any closer unless you want the same thing to happen to you. We've seen what's behind those doors. There's really no need to look again. Man. The doors look nicely decorated now thanks to the beautiful cloth around it. Cloth which we found inside the castle. A welcoming doorway makes a welcoming home. That's just common sense for us detectives. Says the man who just trampled all over the castle's entranceway. But I'll hold my tongue for now. You're the one who asked him to. Or actually, no. You were going to do it yourself, and then he's like, no, I'm not going to let you touch anything. I'm probably doing everything just backwards. But whatever. Face the camera. Jesus Christ, okay. The whipped cream in this room is collapsing because the temperature is too high. It's 68 degrees. My messed up shoes can vouch for that. Like, god dang, I just got these new shoes. And yet, when you open the doors to the castle, the handles themselves were just fine. Yeah, they were sturdier than expected. Sturdy? That's not the way I would describe most things made of confectionaries. I think we better take another look at those handles, don't you? What the? I think it's safe to say those handles aren't made of candy. I think from gathering from like everything else here, I don't think it's all fine. Not just the handles, the whole castle, the little elves. They're all just plastic models with whipped cream smeared on top. What? So none of this is confectionery art after all? No, it's simply made to look like candy, with the cream having been added to lend it all an air of authenticity. God. Okay. Blunt force trauma, bloody lamp, I swear to God. We know that the victim was struck and killed with something blunt, and we found the blood on one of the lamps, which has a smashed bulb inside. Could the lamp not have been the murder weapon? For sure, it could definitely do enough damage to kill someone. You, science guy, did you finish analyzing the blood from the lamp yet? Yes, sir. Just got done a minute ago, sir. Sir, the blood is the victim's, no doubt about it. There you have it. So the murder weapon was hidden in Miss Scum's room. I'm beginning to think we may need to add her to our list of suspects. God dang. Anything else? I'm gonna say put those two together. If that doesn't work, then I'm just gonna... Oh, wait. Wait, let me look at this. A roll of cloth of navy blue. It's a very calming hue. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that was real deep in all mystery. Well, let's get to the main event already and light it up. Alright. I wasn't trying to be deep or anything, though. How do you turn this sucker on? Ooh, color lights. Whoa, look at all these buttons. I believe they're for changing the color of the light. Try pressing one, Eddie. There, now the cloth is all lit up. So it's so pretty no matter how many times I see it. The cloth is now glowing with a pale blue hue thanks to the light emitting device. Didn't Miss Scone say one of these cloths and its machines are missing? Who do you think could have taken them? I have no idea, but I suspect it might have something to do with our case somehow. Can you click on it again? It's all a wonderful shade of colors. Spin. This lamp isn't working. No, unfortunately it appears to be broken. Would have been nice to see it all lit up just for once. Miss Scone said it's good for relaxation, right? I could use some of that. Perhaps I'll get one for the office. So the lamps both have these hexagonal stands on the bottom, right? Yes, I imagine the indentations in the pillars were made to accommodate them. Boy, do they fit like a glove. You have something to say. No, don't put cream on it. Oh wait. Oh, this is new. You'd be amazed at how it works. Oh, you've got quite an eye, haven't you, dearie? You'd be amazed at how it works. Actually, never mind. Can't go giving away my secrets now, can I? Well, that was strange. What just happened? Did Mr. Von Karma bully her into staying silent about what she knows? God dang, alright, guess he ain't gonna tell me anything. I'm just gonna look at the crime scene. Now, I didn't mean to talk to you. Not tea, no. Room's laid out the same as Tangora's. Does anything else strike you as strange? Von Karma was inside the castle. Must have been looking around in there. The only thing strange is Von Karma. That's it. Who knows? Maybe he had a reason to. I need to freaking forge evidence. What about Miss Scone? Does she seem suspicious to you? She's hiding something. I'd bet my badge on it. Call it detective's intuition. Detective's intuition, huh? I'll have to say I don't disagree. Something's not right here. I think we better hear Miss Scone's side of the story. Now that we know more, we should probably take another look at a few things. Agreed. The luminous cloth, the elves, and the lamps. I think all three might merit a second glance. Why were they in the castle? More to the point, why were they hidden inside the castle? Something stinks. It's not all this cream that's going bad. It's scone. We should look over the scene again, see if we can uncover anything new. Oh my god. So it's this. Could this be related to them somehow? Wait, aren't both of them broken? Oh, wait. Well, you're not supposed to be using this. Take a look at the list of rules for the contest, detective. Non-confectionery items may not be used as decoration. That means the salt lamps and the luminous cloths would have both been against the rules. Is that why they were stashed away inside the castle? I think we need to dig a little further into this with Miss Scone before we can say for sure. No. What? Is it something I'm missing? Oh wait, hold on. So not only did she use decorations that were against the rules, she didn't even make any real sweets. Miss Scone made a mockery of the rules. Yeah, guess she's not gonna get crowned world's greatest now. And why is it so warm in here? Do you think it's got something to do with all of this? That's a good question. I think we better go ask Miss Scone herself. Miss Scone, why is the temperature of your room set to 68 degrees? Because I hate the cold, don't I, dearie? And besides, being chilly is no good for a girl. If I want to keep my fresh-faced complexion, I've got to be careful about these things. We ladies have to stay young, don't you know? How old is she really, though? That's what I'd like to know. It's not polite to speculate on a person's age, Eddie. But most of your work is made out of whipped cream. And whipped cream needs to be kept at 50 degrees or it starts to deflate. Is that so, dearie? Well, silly me, eh? I've only gone and made a whoopsie. Wait, she really didn't know that. World-class confectioner, my foot. World-class confectioner, my foot. My foot's covered in cream. He can't say, like, my or else, like... I mean, he could. Not only did she break the rules by using fake candy, she's ignorant of basic facts about her supposed craft. Miss Scone grows more mysterious by the minute. Alright, look at the camera, Bad. Say cheese! That's freaking why. Miss Scone appeared to lack basic knowledge about how confectionery is created. She says that she snuck into another entrant's room for research purposes. Hardly the action of a world-class confectioner competing for a major prize. Yeah, now how I'd picture a top pro acting. She maybe just lack a little confidence, or is she not actually a confectioner at all? Perhaps she had another agenda altogether. After all, we only have her word for it that she went into that room to do some research. Wait, you mean maybe she went in there to commit a murder? There's no way of saying so for certain just yet. But she is hiding something. That much I'm certain of. That's enough investigating for now, don't you think? Yes, we've certainly found plenty of interest. Something has been bothering me for a while now. Mr. Von Karma would have surely found the murder weapon when he searched this room. Gregory, I think it's been discussed, or... Actually, wait, no, this is when people were like, oh, he's like the best in the world. It's like... Oh wait, this isn't... Oh wait, this be the case where he calls him out on him forging evidence, yeah? And yet he didn't arrest Miss Scone. He didn't even seem interested in questioning her. I think our first priority should be to find out what he's really up to. Detective Bad, I have a few things I'd like to ask Mr. Von Karma. Me too. Him and Scone. How could you, Betty Bumpkin? Stop staring at me like that! It appears Detective Bad is just as suspicious of Mr. Von Karma and Miss Scone as I am. Miss Scone, would you be so kind as to accompany us? Oh, of course, dear! Where are we off to? To find Mr. Von Karma. I see his freaking feet. See his freaking cane. Mother fricker. Mr. Von Karma, we'd like to speak with you if that's alright. Judging by your faces, I'm guessing you found the murder weapon. We did. It was in Miss Scone's room. Which means that Mr. Tangora should no longer be the only person of interest. Ha! Nonsense! It doesn't matter where the weapon was found. Tangora is guilty. And as long as this is my case, guilty he shall remain. How can you be so sure of Mr. Tangora's guilt? You have an explanation, I assume, for why the murder weapon was in Miss Scone's room. Of course I do, and I'll be delighted to share it with you. Holy frick, that's a hardcore image! The murder weapon. Tangora killed Frosted, one of Scone's salt lamps, in order to frame her for the murder. To complete the deception, he took it back to her room once the deed was done. After all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangora would have seemed doubly suspicious. A body may be hard to move, but a murder weapon, considerably less so. And that is why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect. So your assertion that Mr. Tangora took the salt lamp back to Miss Scone's room. What is that shocked face he did there? What the heck? It is indeed. But it is more than an assertion. It is a fact, based on my own investigation. You mean you have proof that he did so? I don't need any such thing. What? If you have a rebuttal, I'll be happy to hear it. But I highly doubt you'll be able to fault my logic. I want to play mind chess with this man. He will just cheat. Okay.
Hold it.
So he took one of the salt lamps back from Miss Scone's room back to his own. Indeed, he prepared it beforehand, knowing that it would be the perfect weapon with which to kill Frost. But we found the lamp in Miss Scone's room. Surely this casts Miss Scone herself in a suspicious light. Perhaps if you would let me finish. Now, as I was saying...
Hold it.
You're talking about the lamp made of rock salt that was hidden inside the candy castle, correct? Precisely. I was the one who found it. So be grateful. It is thanks to me you even have such a vital piece of evidence. What made you go inside the castle in the first place, if you don't mind me asking? Good point. Maybe he just wanted to see what it was like in there? Oh! Fools! You think I went in there on a whim? Yeah, he wouldn't, because he's not freaking whimsy. He doesn't have any whimsy left in his freaking body. I went in there because detectives are an incompetent lot, so I investigated it myself. Bat's not gonna like that. But I had nothing to do with the initial investigation. He's not happy. That's right. Detective Bad wasn't a part of this investigation until very recently. If you want my trust, Detective, you'll have to earn it. And a good first step would be to stop wasting my time. Now, if you'll allow me to continue, are they like the same age? Holy frick. They're like, about like 7 years. Wait, after all, if it had been found near the victim's body, Tangara would have seemed duly suspicious. But it's not his, though. It's.
Hold it.
But he came under suspicion anyway due to the body being in his room. So why... Would you like to hear a favorite expression of mine? Even a dog can hold still and stay. What the? Now let me finish. Only I could say the same to you. Keep your mouth shut.
Hold it.
So you think he hid the body in the chest but removed the murder weapon from the crime scene? Yes, he foolishly believed his own creation to be the perfect hiding place. I'm sorry, I had to help myself. I think you mean you couldn't help yourself, no? She doesn't seem very sorry to me. In any case, the weapon was taken away while the body remained at the scene of the crime. And that's why there was no piece of evidence on the scene that pointed to a particular suspect.
Hold it.
But if there's no proof, how can you say for certain that Mr. Tangora is the culprit? Is that the best you can do at pressing me? Listen here, the presence of the body in Tangora's room is in of itself proof enough of his guilt.
Objection.
And you didn't find evidence pointing to any other possible suspects. Perhaps you should take another look. You might... You really don't give up, do you? There is no need to take another look. Tangora is guilty. End of story. If you insist on asserting otherwise, then show me some proof to back up your ridiculous claims. I have to think back over the scene of the crime. If Mr. Tangora really isn't guilty, there must be something that points to somebody else. Pressing Mr. Von Karma on any of his statements won't have much of an effect, I fear. My only hope is to find a piece of evidence that contradicts his claim. Wait. Oh, the cloth. The cloth was there because it's right there. It's blue.
Objection.
It's true that the murder weapon, the blood-stained chocolate, were removed from the scene of the crime. But something else remained that doesn't point to one person, that does point to one person in particular. Take another look at the photograph of the body, if you will. The cloth covering the victim's lower half. Is that not of the same luminous cloths we found in Miss Scone's room? What's that, dearie? Oh, one of my lovely colorful cloths at the scene of the crime, you say? Luminous cloth? Nonsense, I see no light to speak of. I guess he doesn't know how it works. It may look like ordinary fabric at first glance, but attached to one of the light-emitting devices. And the difference soon becomes apparent. Ha ha! He angry. Look at his face. I don't think he was expecting that. But the fact that the cloth can be lit up is neither here nor there. We have to show why it's important. One of the rolls of cloth from Miss Scone's room went missing. And if you look closely at the blue cloth in the picture, wouldn't you say it's clearly made of the same material, Mr. Von Karma? The salt lamp and the luminous cloth both belonged to Miss Scone. And seeing as the body was wrapped in said cloth, surely even you have to admit that's suspicious. Mr. Von Karma, I think it's time to accept that a number of factors point to Miss Scone as a person of interest. Oh. What the? Greggy Pigleg, how could you? You're accusing me of all people! I'm not accusing you of anything just yet. But I do think you're hiding something. That's not... Just to clarify, your assertion is that both the murder weapon and the cloth were in Miss Scone's room prior to the murder. Exactly. Is something funny. Only that you walked so carelessly into my trap. Neither the cloth nor the murder weapon were in fact in her room. I'm so sorry to have to break it to you. What does he mean? Tangora spotted him before the contest began and noted that the lamps and cloths contravened the rules. He subsequently confiscated them and took them to his own room for safekeeping. What? Then after the contest began, nobody saw hide nor hair of Frost as he had scheduled himself in his room. And the only person capable of entering his locked room was Tangora, possessing as he did the only key. And as you now know, he was also in possession of the lamp used to commit the murder. So you see, I have had everything I need to get Tangora convicted all along. Well, how does it feel? To have lost to me before even setting foot in the courtroom. This can't be happening. Wait, all our hard work was for nothing? Miss Scone, why didn't you tell us your stuff was confiscated by Mr. Tangora? Well, dear, Mannequin said that if I spilled the beans, I'd end up being the one under suspicion. Mr. Von Karma said that. And he wasn't wrong now, was he? You two accused me yourselves just a second ago. Pathetic. Curse you, Von Karma. Von Karma, having bad blood with all the Edgeworth family. You led us to the murder weapon knowing we'd made certain assumptions as a result. One more thing, my pathetic friend. There are 2, and only 2, sets of fingerprints on the murder weapon. 2. Yes, those of Alicia Scone and Samson Tangora. No others were found. Tangora used the lamp he had confiscated to murder Frost, and was foolish enough to hide it in Scone's room without first removing his fingerprints. At this rate, no one will ever need no one will even need to testify. My perfect evidence will do all the talking for me as I secure his guilty verdict.
Objection!
But wait, what about the luminous cloth that was left behind in Mr. Tangora's room? What about it? He probably meant to return it after disposing of the body. I don't have enough to disprove any of what he's saying. No more pitiful objections? Then get out of my sight and close the door behind you. Mr. E! I'm not about to just give up. I see you mean to waste more of my time. Bad, escort them off the premises, now! This investigation is not over yet. Detective Bad? What is the meaning of this? Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of leaving cases half solved. There's still one last thing from the crime scene we haven't identified. He's right. We still have the evidence of somebody's activities to account for. Oh god. We can discuss your lingering doubts at our leisure, Detective. Whatever they might be, they're no business of the defense's.
Objection!
I beg to differ. There's a piece of evidence I'm still not satisfied about either. And I suspect it might be the same thing that's bothering Detective Bad. What could... wait. Well, we'll see in a sec. What? This is the yet unidentified something that was left in Mr. Tangora's room. Oh, wait, the fingerprints. We don't know whose fingers these are.
Take that!
Take that! There are finger marks on one of Mr. Tangora's creations. Supposing they belong to the murderer, it could certainly explain how their prints didn't end up on the murder weapon. How do you know so much about the crime scene? Because I let them look around. You let the defense examine the scene, Bad. Are you out of your mind? I don't remember you telling me not to. Insolent worm. You would do well to remember this then, Detective. He's gonna dock his pay. That the result of your next salary review is up to me. Like, well, I screwed that one up. Detective Bad's in trouble now, too. I'm sure glad you're my boss, Mr. Edgeworth. As long as you remember that the results of your salary reviews is up to your performance on this case. A mere attorney uncovering such a fact based on a cursory investigation. I'm almost impressed. But it is entirely possible that those finger marks belong to Tangora. After all, he wore gloves while preparing his creations.
Objection!
But can you prove conclusively that the finger marks are his? Furthermore, there is still something about Miss Scone that doesn't add up. Is there? Or are you simply not prepared to admit defeat? Oh, stop it, Greggy! Stop it, stop it! Why are you being so mean to your poor old pal Delicia? I owned up to nibbling poor semi-poodle sweeties. What more do you want? I don't want to have to make you a suspect. That much is certain. But you lied to us. And you're still not telling us everything. Greggy, stop it! Stop bullying me! Like freaking Edgeworth bullied you. I'm sorry, but you don't even know the temperature whipped cream should be kept at. What kind of professional confectioner doesn't know something as fundamental as that? I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry, I'm just a silly, muddle-headed girl. What more do you want me to say? I don't think you're muddle-headed at all. I think that you were never a confectioner in the first place. Enough! I'll thank you to keep your baseless accusations to yourself. Evidence is everything in a courtroom, in case you've forgotten. We're not in a courtroom, though. If you're going to accuse a witness of perjury, then I demand that you present something to back it up. But this isn't a courtroom, is it? Nevertheless, I literally what I said. Thanks, Greg. What proof do I have that Miss Scone doesn't know the first thing about making desserts?
Take that.
Every single one of Miss Scone's creations break the rules of the contest. The offhanding items, the cloth, the lamps, were duly confiscated as we have established. And the witness did not go and bring them back to her room herself.
Objection.
But those weren't the only rule-breaking items in her room. What? The entire fantastical world Miss Scone's created, every last bit of it. It's all just a collection of plastic models slathered in whipped cream. That cream is the only authentic confectionery in the room. No real-world titled contender would ever stoop so low. Is this true, Bad? Yup. Saw it with my own eyes. Stepped in it with my own shoes. It's just cream and plastic. Did we finally convince him? With her lies exposed like this, surely he can't continue to deny the facts. Miss Scone, your actions place you firmly on our list of suspects. But no, dear, I'm no killer! Then why don't you finally start telling us the truth? Who are you really, and why were you tampering with your rival's work? All right. The truth is, I'm not the adorable little cook you see before you. I'm actually a pharmacist, if you can believe it. A pharmacist? Can't blame him for being so surprised. This couldn't be further from what we had imagined. So what's somebody in your line of work doing entering a contest like this one? Well, I just love eating sweeties, if you must know. And semi-poodle sweets are pooples? What? Sweets are the best, so they say. I just had to enter. I didn't mean to end up making it all the way to the final. Even Mr. Von Karma is lost for words. That's it? That's the only reason you're here? Yes, dearie, and it was worth it. Samson Silly Pants sweeties are the tastiest treats I ever did eat. And the finger marks. Were you the one wearing gloves? No, that wasn't me, dear. I don't even wear gloves. Oh, good God. Remember, Miss Scone's fingerprints were found elsewhere on Mr. Tangor's other creations. I'd say that points to her not having worn any gloves. Exactly, Lambkin. Gregory Peglegs got the right end of the stick. I'm an innocent woman. Is your head filled with cream too? Sorry, mannequins. Her head may not be filled with cream, but she's certainly no master of subterfuge. Miss Scone, were Miss Tangor's works the only ones you sampled? No, dear, I couldn't help myself. When I finished my afternoon tea, I tiptoed over to Chillywink's room for a little taste, too. You were in the victim's room, too? Yes, dear, nobody was in there, you see. Quite possibly... Wait, oh, that's not her. Quite possibly because the occupant was already dead. But I could only stomach one little bite. I never tasted anything so salty in all my life. So I had myself one of the tasty star-shaped bits off of the side to cleanse my palate. You have quite the sweet tooth, don't you, Miss Scone? Indeed. What didn't she sample? That's everything, I promised. Greggy Peggles, Manykins, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make a mess of things. As long as what you've told us is the truth, that's all. That's all that matters in the end. Do not think for a second that this means I myself believe you. I'm going to investigate the victim's room now. We'll see how truthful you've really been after I'm through. Mr. Von Karma, please, let us accompany you. I think it's only fair that we be allowed to investigate the veracity of our conclusions. Accompany me if you like, but don't think for a second you'll be permitted to conduct your own investigation. Well, freak you. We'd like to accompany you all the same. What is the meaning of this? Oh! What the? When we got to Frost's room, we saw nada. It was all gone. The whole enchilada. The whole enchilada. Is this the work of the culprits? A dead body hidden in a chocolate chest? A murder weapon moved mysteriously to another room. This case was a real peach. And it was going to take some serious sleuthing to get to the bottom of it all. To be continued. An incident occurs. Oh, we're back in the present time. Oh, is this a museum now where we're at? Oh. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna end it here. It's been like almost 3 hours. Hold on. Let me. No, don't exit the game. Back to tile. Don't save. Back to title. Already saved, so. Look at that. Yeah, some of the stuff is still there too. Like the trophies here. But yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna end it here. I don't know when I'm gonna, I'll try to stream tomorrow to continue this. But I shall see y'all next time for whenever I do this. Have a good day and night. And I'll see y'all next time.